So next one is Endpoint Privileged Manager. So basically, this component is used for whitelisting or blacklisting any applications. So in case, if you want to install any applications in the endpoints, like any target end user laptops. So CyberArch has provided one component, Endpoint Privileged Manager. So in this component we can whitelist or blacklist any applications where that end users can able to install on their own. Okay. And next one is PTA. Privileged Threat Analytics. So this component is basically used for behavioral analysis. So what it will do? It will scan the entire environment. And it will detect any malicious thing is happening or not. And it will provide a report to the CyberArch admins. So, for example, Suman is a CyberArch admin and daily he used to log in from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the PVWA portal means prod and neuron. But suddenly on Thursday night 12 a.m., he logged into this portal. Then it is something called something different, right? As usual, he used to log in 9 to 6. But it's not a normal behavior. Then immediately it will send an alert to the CyberArch. So this is one of the example, but these kind of so many things we can configure in the PTA. And next one is, it's everything, even the dashboard. So we can check in the dashboard of CyberArch and PTA. No, this is an entirely different component. This will not come under EPV Enterprise Password Vault. So this is a different component and these licenses are also different. And for PTA also. This is also a different component and we need to install it differently, but we can include this dashboard into this PVWA portal. Here you will get one more tab called Security. So that Security tab is nothing but a PTA tab. But again for PTA also there is a separate URL like PVWA. Okay, if you want to download any reports or if you want to analyze the things, then you need to log into this PTA portal. Or if you want to analyze any unusual behaviors or not normal behaviors, then you can log into this PTA and you can terminate the users from PTA also and you can suspend the users from PTA also. There are a lot many features with PTA also. Next one is A. Application Identity Manager. And recently they have renamed it to Application Access Manager. So basically, this component is used for rotating the passwords in the scripts or application code. So in case if any application like a Java code or net code wants to connect to database, they will hard code that username and password in their scripts means in their code. So to avoid that hard-coded credentials in their code, CyberArk has a component called Amram. So, using this component, they can able to fetch the password at runtime. So no need to store that username and password in that script. So they can write a code related to CyberArk and at runtime, whenever that code wants to connect to that database, definitely it will fetch from the CyberArk and it will connect to the database. Okay, so in AM we have again 3 different sub-components. So CP, CCP and ASCP. So CP is Credential Provider, CCP is Central Credential Provider and ASCP Application Server Credential Provider. And the last component is DR1. So it is the replica of the production one. So in any company definitely we will have 2 data centers. One is production data center and the other one is DR data center. So, in the same way, we need to implement our CyberArk also. So we require 2 vaults. One is production and other one is DR vault. So DR vault is a replica of the production vault at regular intervals. The data from production vault will be replicated to the DR vault. So in any worst case scenario, in case if your production vault goes down or due to any natural disaster, if your production vault got crashed or damaged, then we can restore our services using DR vault because all the data has replicated from production to DR. So that is nothing but a disaster recovery vault. So these are all the components of CyberArk. So in our classes we will cover Vault CPM, PVWA, PSM, and DR Vault and AIN concepts and PSMP components concepts. These 2 are out of the box means that these are not coming into EPV Enterprise Password Vault. These are again some topics of the CyberArk. Okay, so we will install these components also in your lab. And then I will explain the theory part and then I will explain the implementation part. Implementation part, in the sense how to create saves and how to provide access platforms, all those stuff. So what are? There are different things in the platform, so I will explain all those things. So enter. I will explain that installation and implementation part. So in the implementation part, one will not go through that. Connectors or plugin development. But I will explain all of that stuff.